you tell me that, and I'm gonna give you the microphone. Okay, this is what I want you to do. All right, here's the protocol. I'm Diane Wiltz. I'm a junior at Franklin Senior High School. The most memorable, whatever, or the thing that I enjoyed most or whatever was whatever. You mind doing that? Okay, so here we go. Okay, wait, what did you say? Okay, so you're gonna say your name, my name. Hi, I'm Diane Wiltz. I'm a senior over at Franklin Senior High School, or a freshman, or whatever. The most memorable thing was, so my name, what school I go to, what grade, and then, what is it you remember or enjoy? Is that cool?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. I'm gonna start with this gentleman right here.
Stand up.
My name is Nicholas Morris. I'm a senior at Franklin High School, and my favorite part of the movie was when they decided to make James the debater.
Good. Thank you.
My name is Chance Ellismore. I'm a senior at Franklin Senior High School, and the most memorable part of the movie to me was when they had got Mr. Tosin out of jail when they went protest.
My name is Demarcus Webster. I'm a senior at Lafayette Renaissance Charter High School. My favorite part was when James debated his last part.
Thank you so much.
My name is Jordan Reed. I'm a senior at Franklin Senior High School, and my favorite part was when they all came together as a team and overcome the obstacles to win.
My name is Chase Dillsboard, and my favorite part of the movie was when the two dudes, they had a conversation in a room, and like when they was like tussling with each other, and they started having a conversation. That was my favorite part.
My name is Jason Johnson. I'm a senior at Franklin Senior High, and my most favorite part was their growth as a team and seeing them overcome the obstacles.
My name is DeVarius Richardson. I'm a junior at Franklin Senior High School. My favorite part of the movie is when Mr. Wilson let Lowe take over and be the leader.
My name is Tyron Austin. I'm a level senior. I'm a sophomore. My favorite part was when they asked the question, who is the judge, and the answer was Diane.
My favorite part, my name is Jay W. I'm a freshman at Franklin Senior High School, and my favorite part was when the teacher and James' dad had, the James' dad and the sheriff had got into like a little argument or something, and he kind of like foreshadowed him into letting the teacher out of jail.
Hello, my name is Jamie Tubman. My favorite part was when he was at the party and the dude father and the teacher was arguing with each other about their beliefs.
About the what?
About the beliefs.
Okay, very good.
All right, we're gonna wrap up just a little bit now. I know we're not peers. I'm not your age, you're not mine, but I do want you guys to have a conversation. This is all about us conversing, getting to know each other. I know you guys probably know each other, but just how you talk to each other, we talk to each other that way. Just how, and you're the gentleman here, your mentor, they talk to each other. So this is a conversation. We're not reading the script. So talk to us, have a conversation. All the formalities are over. So I only have 2 questions. I won't keep you very long, but I'm not picking anybody. Just anybody just say, oh, no, I want to answer that, okay? So what's something the movie taught you about courage, justice, or communication? Very good, thank you. Okay, cool, just pass it around. I just want to hear your answers. Thank you.
Stand up, Nita.
Watching this movie called The Great Debate has taught me that no one is the judge except God, because he judges on who he wants to win and who he wants to lose.
Why do you feel so strongly about that?
I feel strong about that that's how the way of life is gonna go.
Sound like you ready to be a debater. That's what I'm talking about. Just so you know, communication is my thing. So I love the fact that you were able to just snap back at. Young man, I apologize. I'm trying to remember names, but if I'm lying, y'all, I remember Chases and Chances and James and Jason. So I apologize. I can't get your name. Just, what's your name again? Chase. Oh, all right. Tell me your thoughts.
I really like the communication part on like how the teams they communicated with each other instead of like there were arguments, but like I said, my favorite part when James and his teammate when they were like they tussled with each other and they started communicating about like the events and the lynching that they saw. So I love the communication aspect of that part.
Did it tug on your heart a little bit? What do you think about that? Especially, y'all are peers. Probably some of y'all might even play sports together. How is it kind of the same type of, communication when you're with your guys, friends?
It is. It's the same, like exactly the same actually, and like you could tell like bro was like he was traumatized, and like the way they communicated with each other, they need to get stuff out of their chest and stuff.
I want to follow up with that, because someone else mentioned that scene when the young man comes back to the room, and he decides that you're gonna be the debater here, and he begins by asking him, who is what? Who's the judge? Okay, so he's repeating with it, and he began crying. Do you remember that? Why? What was happening in him at that point? Yeah, come on, come on.
I feel like at that point in the movie, they both began crying because the man who was asking who was the judge, he slowly started feeling Mr. Wilson's like appearance and how I say this, his presence of feeling upon him and making him be better, bolder and open and express himself to the other teammates.
Thank you. Yes, come on down. Come on.
I feel like he asked him who's judge because he saw that he started questioning whether he was good enough or not because he was black.
Give him a round of applause. When he was asking the other young man, he got mad, because what was his go-to? Every time a conflict came up, what was his go-to? I'm going to get drunk. I'm going to school on. I'm going to do this. I'm that. Because I'm not sure if he had realized that lesson. No, he had said, he said things, who's the judge? God's the judge. And blah, blah, blah. But he realized that he really was allowing the world to judge him. And that's why he kept choosing all of that destructive behavior. I'm going to get drunk, I'm going to do whatever, okay? And so when he asked that young man, this little roommate, a little young boy, right, James Palmer, and I want y'all to look those people up too. He was really questioning himself. Who's the judge? He was asking him, but he was asking himself that. And that's why he started crying. Who's the judge? The voice says God's judge. To remind him, right? Who's God? So stop doing all of that stuff, okay?
I love it. I think it's great. Also, I just wanted, we were talking in the back, I said, we're kind of outnumbered here. And what I like about this is that we're getting a male perspective, a black male perspective. When you mentioned Chase, about, the communication between the two men, women, we're ready to claw eyes out. We ain't talking to you. We're done. But I think it speaks to how men communicate. Gentlemen, back in the day, when y'all was about to fight, you put the rock on, right? You go around the circle and whoever not, and then guess what? The next day, you're friends. It's kind of the same thing you saw here. Unfortunately, we don't really see that with young men your age. They're ready to pick up a gun and knock you off, and that's the end of it. But I love the fact that that's the communication that men had. They could talk it out, get over it, get through it, and on with the show. Last question for you. If the Wiley team debated a modern day topic, what topic would they dominate?
today.
What would you like to see them, what would you like to see them debate? Oh, Shanika.
I would like to see them debate police brutality,
And why?
because I feel like when it comes to African Americans, that was their specialty. And
I'm sorry, say that again.
I feel like whenever it came to African Americans, that's their specialty, and going against, or we're going with it.
Thank you. All right, this young man, oh, okay, right here. And then I think the young man.
I wanted to see the colleges being about, should college tuition be free for all? Because they specialized in debating about equality and how everyone deserves a chance. Yeah, so.
Thank you. All right, very good. Yeah, good.
I'd like to see them debate about DEI because, like, in one of the debates, DEI is like, it was created for like minorities and people.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. And the reason it was
invented or created was because they wanted people, like people of color to have, or people like, that's discriminated against to have like more opportunities. And I remember one of the debates they was trying to argue that black people have education and white people do too, but black people have like poor education. It's not equal. And I'd just like to see them talk about that topic.
They were talking about it in here. Right?
I feel like if they had to talk about a topic, they're really dominating. It would be, are black people still getting oppressed? Or if so, what is oppressing them?
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, good. Yes.
I'd like to see them debate about men's and women's labor. And I feel like that because the same thing a man do, or if a woman would put the time in, they'll be able to make the same amount of money towards, like how a man could sit up here and go make the same amount of money, and a woman feel like they should be independent and do the same thing. Why don't, like, the labor and the prices all get charged the same, and why can't women do the same jobs men have?
Particularly in sports, we're starting to see that
A lot now, huh?
Yes.
One of the excesses, so much to unpack, and we don't have enough time to unpack it. I was telling Danica Tony has to travel back and get his family and then come back here. So we're gonna try and arrange another get together with you all because we want you to really, I think you will. Danica and I were saying it. I think this has put something on your mind. I really do. Even for the young men who saw it, and this is your second go round, I could watch it constantly, really. But one question, this is a speech teacher in me. When they're on the land and the teacher is in the boat, you remember that scene? And they have a cork or whatever in their mouths, and they're speaking. Oh, what up with that? What was that all about? Okay, yes, sir. Come on.
I'm pretty sure that was so they can project their voice, because knowing that they're black, their voice doesn't really like be heard one of the white person back in that time of day.
Okay, all right. Certainly when he kept going out with the boat, there were there were 3 lessons going on there. One had to do with character building, about who's God. Okay, but the other thing was the projection. When he would go farther and farther out, that was to project. Well, what was the point of putting the cork or the whatever in their
I
mouth?
feel like the point of putting the cork in the mouth was to help with the articulation.
Say it again.
Yeah, help with the articulation.
Say it loud.
Help with the articulation.
Articulation, that is correct. So a lot of times we don't, and oh, I love to hear, who was that, Mr. Lowe? That was the rebel. If you notice on the end, what did Mr. Lowe become? I did like this is unique. I said, look, the rebel. What did y'all see what he became on the end? A minister. Kind of like Jesus, how he became a minister. But yes, to put that in your mouth so that you can articulate. I used to do this, I'm a speech teacher, and we would do this thing called lips, teeth, tip of the tongue, lips, teeth, tip of the tongue, because we wanted to make sure that we understood what you were saying. So if you were in class and I didn't understand, I'd go, honey, I didn't understand anything you just said.
that now. She was my director for fences and some other,
Should've seen her
productions
in it.
we've done,
She
and
could've got a Tony.
so I hope this maybe have sparked your interest to come back to the theater.
How many of y'all wanna
And
come back?
actually, oh, good. But also maybe even star in a production.
Yeah.
It's not bad, but, oh, yes, sir?
Well, I think we would be remiss if we did not discuss, you spoke earlier about the history of this theater. And I would like these young men to know that we are not so far removed from some of the things that we've seen in this movie. Because my parents, when they would come to this theater, they had to sit up in the balcony because the white people said.
Hey, I can admit to that. That's what we said.
That's what we said, yeah,
Right
that was, we
there.
said, that was the only place we could.
That's the
sit.
only place we
And
could sit.
the entrance was over there on Martin
On the
Luther King
side.
Boulevard.
That's right.
So you would come in there, kinda like a little thing. And I don't know if really and truly at the time, because that's just the way it was, we thought about it until the civil rights movement came, and then people began saying, wait a minute, why can't we go around to the front and come in through the front door and come, and some of the things you saw, there were movements and protests to be able to come in through the front. But when I was a little girl and we didn't have a car, so my mother, we would walk to the movies, and that's all we did, me and my brother. My mother would hold our hands and we'd walk to the movies and walk down Main Street there and come in over there by the Martin Luther King side. I don't know if that door is still there or not, I can't.
I think you can go in and out, not to the public.
Right.
Not to the public.
No, right, but coming through there, if you ordered popcorn or candy, they would go from there.
We never saw the concession
No.
stand. We would have to tell them at the window when we paid for our ticket, and they would go and get what, popcorn or candy or soda, whatever. We didn't get to see it. They would come and hand it to us.
Yeah. So some of the things that you all enjoy now, were things that certainly our grandparents and, did not enjoy. But we want you to enjoy them. But never forget the struggle that got you to this enjoyment. Now, that's it. Okay, that's it. We gotta say this.
One last thing, KKK, right? Ku Klux Klan actually started with Franklin. I know that's sad, but I just want you guys to remember.
Knights of the
Chameleon.
the Knights of the White Communion was started here, and that was an oppressive, racist organization.
So, I don't know if many people know that, but it started in Franklin.
But I do wanna say this, I told Danica, I was so, there you go, yeah. Okay, I told Danica I was so excited about all of this, that I'm hoping that, because as I said, it's a lot to unpack. And certainly, you can't unpack it all now. And by that I mean, it's like, you just want to talk about it. So,
I'm sorry,
with
one
the
last
Kappas,
comment.
You wanted? I want to say something when you finish Lynn.
Oh, you wanted to comment? Yeah, comment question?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Danica and I would like to, because I think Mr. Thomas, and I've forgotten, the mayor told us who's over the Guide Right program, but we would love to get with you all again to really unpack it. You know what I mean? And talk and ask questions and, I don't know, maybe debate. But we would love to get with you all again to do that. Okay, Mr. Thomas and Mr. Kintrell, we'd like to get, would you like to get with Danica and I again? Yeah, and we could do hot dog hamburgers. I mean, we could do it here, because I do have another movie I want y'all to see. But, yeah, okay, Mr. Thomas.
The one thing I want to bring up, and none of you guys seem to have even noticed, that this was like in 1933?
1935, I think.
35, okay. I mean, it was back like, you couldn't go places, you couldn't get rooms, anything like that. Wiley College is a very small HBCU. They went to Harvard. And who was the deciding factor in the debate? A 14-year-old. How old are you? 14, you made 14, winning the national championship in a debate. Think about it, 14 years old, going off to Harvard.
Oh, and let me
We're
say
gonna get
this
together.
too. Let me say thank you for that, Mr. Thomas. Let me just say this too now. Remember I told you this movie was based on, right? And when I said, when that little word based on comes in there, it means that they took some liberties in real life. Wiley did not go and debate Harvard. But they did debate the reigning champions at the time, which was the University of Southern California. So it was quite an honor. But Denzel and those who put the movie together figured, we're gonna take the Ivy League school, and we're gonna make it an Ivy League school. And so the win was just as prestigious, but it wasn't that. Danica and I'm gonna take a picture with you.
Yeah, well, I think all you guys need to be in the picture too, so can we
We wanna get on the stage?
Mhm.
Yeah, we wanna get on stage.
It might, because it's moving, I don't have a still.
Well, that's okay, let's see what
So
we
maybe
get.
in front of it, right here, maybe,
Who's the, well, this
you may, know this, because I think we might.
Or can
You turn it off.
we get someone to take your camera? So we
Sure,
can post
yes,
it on
yes.
our,